regular viewers. So we're on vacation this week in Virginia, and we are going to try to do a little bit of fishing while we're on vacation. So I went online. I saw there's been a lot of people that have done this, but I wanted to try these little tiny itty bitty fishing rods here. The Fishing Mortician just did a video using them, and I know from the reviews and from the video that he did that these probably aren't excellent. In fact, they're probably garbage, but I was hoping they would last at least 5 days worth of just little bitty creek fishing. There's a lot of little tiny streams around here that have little tiny fish in them, so we're going to open these guys up and see if we can't put them together. I am interested to see if this is even a thing or if this is as much trash as it appears to be. So, but if not, when we got this spinning reel, we can probably at least make that work. So hopefully between these two, we have one, fishing rig, viable fishing rig there. They were, I should have had the price, but this one was right at $10, and this one I think was $12 shipped to the house that we're staying at here. So let's see if we can't get them set up, and we'll show you what we got.
That's the forward reverse.
I don't know. It looks like the reel just kind of free flows backwards and forwards there. Is this a sort of drag?
I hope so. Any difference?
That's just kind of a brake. Maybe for casting. So it appears to be just a direct drive kind of little reel. Let's go see if we can't make some practice casts with it.
Okay.
One of the reviews said it doesn't fold up, but looks like it's doing pretty good there. So, all right. Let's try to put together the next thing. All right. I mean, it doesn't feel like an excellent reel, but it feels like a reel. It feels like the ones I grew up with. Yep. So it has a drag that appears to work.
And you can take it apart if you need to.
Yep, that's gotten a little looser. All right, cool.
Perfect.
Well, we'll spool these up and see if we can't get them ready to use.
Got a little bass. Bass on the Chinese travel rods.
There it is.
Look at that.
That's a
Beautiful
nice little
little bass, huh?
smallmouth.
On a little tiny chatterbait.
Yeah.
Boy, if that was to scale, that'd be a big fish.
Yeah. There we go on the chatterbait.
Thank you, sir.
Got another one.
Oh, whoa.
You lost him. But I saw it. I saw it there. Very beautiful river we're fishing out here.
James River. There's a hole. Can you see that log?
They can see the one right in the tree there, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a hole under that. Apparently there's a couple small little bass in there.
We just pulled two out of there. One of them got stuck in the tree though.
Oh, look at these bass right here.
Oh yeah, there's some right there. Drop it down
yeah.
for them. Right, they're still there.
Oops, just think he's getting hung up.
Drop it. Just drop it down right there.
Look, there he is.
Oh,
Oh.
You got him. You got him again. You got him. You got him.
Oh.
There he goes. Yeah, that's it.
There we go.
That's microfishing right there.
Yeah.
Little,
This one's a largemouth.
beautiful little largemouth.
Here we go. On the little chatterbait there. Thank you.
We can get one of his friends.
Yeah, try that.
His friends.
Definitely try to do that. Kind of hard to see on the camera though.
Oh, there they come.
Yeah, they're
We
back
didn't,
there.
yeah, we forgot to bring that polarized lens we got there on
Yeah,
this trip.
it's all right though.
Look at,
But yeah, they're going for it. Oh, let it be. Let it be. They're gonna pick it up. I know it. Yep. One of them tried to pick it up. There's a sunfish that tried to pick it up.
There.
He's too little for it though.
All right,
Why don't you go
make
get some
long
bugs?
Casts out there, see if there's any bigger fish. All right.
Bring it right by these bass again.
All right.
You got him? Oh, he fell off. Oh well. Maybe next time. Try again. Good old regular motto to have is if first you succeed, try again. Or try casting it. Oh, you got him, yep.
Oh,
Ah,
too.
came off again. I got one.
All right, good job, young man.
It's a little smallmouth.
Tiny travel rod. Look at that.
Yeah,
Beautiful little smallmouth.
he really wanted that. Hold on there, buddy. Let me take you off that hook. Oh, hey, slow down there, guy. Slow down there, killer. Oh boy, it's gonna be easy to fix right there. There he goes.
All right.
There you
Hold
go.
on 1 second. We're gonna take your little travel rod
All right,
bass
thank
go.
you, sir.
Good work. There you go. My little nephew there got a nice little largemouth. Is that your first largemouth?
Yeah.
All right. Good job.
Good work. Let's
All
let
right.
him hold it.
Let's let him go.
Oh.
You hold him by right there. Great work.
All right. Let's let him go. Woo! Thank you, sir. Okay, we got a bigger one for this little rod, for sure.
Oh, you gotta reel him up.
We got a 4-pound test on here.
Uh-oh, please don't break. Please don't be 5 pound. Oh no, oh no. Oh no. Come on, get him, get him, get him. Lord, help us to catch this bass.
The drag works.
That's...
Oh, I can see him. I can see him.
See him? Let's see this guy. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I see him. He just swam right by there.
Hopefully you don't get hung up. You can get under that tree branch.
Come on, get out of there. There he is. Yep. There he is. There he is. There he is. Yeah. They got him.
Get off that tree branch.
Get off that tree branch. Get off of the tree.
There we go.
Yeah,
Good.
you got him. You got him.
Oh, praise the Lord there. Got him off that tree branch.
Yes, thank
That's
you.
Not a bad smallmouth, huh?
Yeah.
About a pound.
Now, let's pull him in. Or reel him in. He looks like a 1 or 2 pounder.
Yeah, he's 1 pound.
1 pound.
All right, come on.
There he is. Come on there, buddy. Here, let me help you out. There he is. You got him. Landed him.
Get your thumb down in there.
I got him.
Good work. That is a big fish for this little rod right here.
Yeah.
Huh?
Here, you hold him now. Let's get the whole fish in.
All right, let's get a picture. Thank you, beautiful smallmouth.
There he goes. Swimming under that log.
Good job. High five. Probably got to retie after that one.
Yeah, definitely.
A little smallmouth on the tiny rod. It kind of looks big when you do this perspective right here. Sir. Beautiful little river. So this little reel and rod combo is doing pretty good for what it is. I've caught a whole bunch of little tiny smallmouth and largemouth on it. It's perfect for that. I caught that one there that was about a pound. And with 4-pound test that was in the current, that was a pretty good fight. So I think this is doing good for what it is. It's obviously a pretty cheap reel, and the rod, is not super sensitive, but I am able to catch these fish and feel them and have fun. And it's, a good way to get out when you're on a vacation. You don't have your normal stuff or your regular stuff. Yeah, painted bills there. Can you see that in the water? Look at.
Oh, yeah, I see him. Oh, you missed him. They're all right down there.
Those vicious sunfishes there.
I like the joke.
Oops. Nope. Look at that, Jeff. Go over here. Let it get down a little bit deeper. Yeah, throw that out there, man. Flip it out into that hole. Cassie, what is it? Watch that tree.
Where are we out there?
There you go.
Let's see now. Oh, where are you? Oh yeah, you're down there.
Look at him again. Never as vicious after the first hit there.
I see it down there.
You hit it, come on.
I think your bass down there. Yeah, those bass are pretty big. At least about 1.5 pounds, maybe. Filming over here. Yeah, right down over here. See the size of those bass? 4 of them all nested down there. I say nested, I mean like right over there. Schooled up, yeah. That's what I meant to say. So
Oh yeah.
let's try and
See a fish. See 2, 3, 4, 5.
they're all right down there.
Yeah, that's the lucky spot.
Try it back over here again.
Oh, that line's right in. You gotta fish on the other side of that now.
Oh well.
So my friend brought me out here to this private pond. Still trying out our little travel rod, and it's got little travel-sized bass in it. Perfect. All right, thank you, little bass. Nice little sunfish. Private pond, pretty cool. Thank you, beautiful sunfish. Look at the colors on that guy. All right, there he goes. All right, so we're still working with our little travel rod out here in the private pond. Let's see. This thing is stocked to the gills. And now that you're actually recording, we won't catch anything. Because that's how fishing shows work, by the way.
Don't blame me.
Yeah, if you got my best good friend on the camera here, Mr. T, we'll call him. He's an expert photographer, cameraman extraordinaire. Oh, there we go. Ah! Yeah, doesn't count.
I was
Look at this guy. And look at this little man right here. Lunker recovery method. You see that? Cast
Yep.
right in there. You don't mess around.
Nope.
That was funny, buddy. Cast right on top. All right, we'll move down. Let's move down over here just to. You know, I bought a polarized lens for that. I just, it's no good because it's several states away right now. Does you no good like that. Looks like there's like 55-gallon drums out there, maybe for cover.
Yep.
There's one right there that I was just casting to. Right there. Nothing. Oh, so close. There we go. Oh, nuts. Dropped them.
That one had to have been 20 pound at least.
Easily. It's always the one that got away, right? But this thing casts pretty good for there being this tiny little, nearly ice fishing size rod there. This is like a 1/32 weight lure,
Aw.
which is pretty light, by the way.
Ah,
Yeah. Usually, like bass fishing, I'm using like an 1/8 ounce or 1/4 ounce in shallow water like this. There we go. Ah, man, look at it. Ah, did you see that?
yep. It was on there too.
That was proof of life right there.
Nope.
Don't cross the streams.
Never cross the streams. That would be bad. Just a little regular tip when you take your kids fishing, make sure they're wearing sunglasses. That was a hit. There he is. So that they don't lose an eyeball. Oh! Tiny hooks sometimes don't play in your favor. Little top water lure right now. We'll try that out. I guess we're trying that out.
Is that you or something playing with it?
No, there's something. There's a little sunfish. Keeps grabbing at it. But we need a big sunfish or bass to grab it. See that? A little
Yeah.
hit. Every little fish in the pond will go after something like this. You hear all those frogs and stuff? I mean, they're tuned into things on the surface. And every now and then, a really big bass will hit a little tiny topwater like this. And I don't know what we're going to do if we get one. I caught that 1 pound smallmouth the other day on the James River there, and I was woefully outclassed with this little rod. If you had 2 and 3 pounds to them or more, might as well be catching a tuna. You'd think with 6 hooks, even though they're small, like you'd think it would be no way you could miss a fish. But clearly you can. All right, we'll do one more down here. And we'll go back and check and make sure our children, our regular children, are still all in one piece. One nice thing about this area is there's no alligators.
Do you deal with that?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Quite frequently, in fact. Ah! Yeah, we've been chased when I used to have to kayak fish all the time. That was one of my big motivations to save up and buy a bass boat. Was my son and I got chased on 3 occasions by an alligator. And I say chase, they kind of darted off the bank at us. You know, there we go. Oh, what do we got here? Come on, come out. Nice sunfish. Beautiful. Look at that. Can you see the coppers in there? Right in this area, and the green and everything else. Look at that. All right. Thank you, sir.
There was a turtle head.
Oop. Hit me too for a second. Oh. Okay, apparently there's a couple fish on that side of it. Okay, we'll do this more professionally now. Huh? Right next to it?
It was.
Completely did that on purpose. That certainly wasn't a wild cast that I just happened to correct at the last second.
No. It was not.
I like that when we weren't filming it properly, I had 4 hits on the same cast.
Yeah.
And you know what that means to the regular audience? It didn't happen.
Ah,
Get me excited, kids.
got some leaves over there.
Okay. Let's try this again.
It's a nice little landing over there too,
Yeah.
before we hit the dam.
So you heard tell of a 6-pound largemouth
I
in
have.
this lake?
I have.
Pond, rather?
It was by a son of the owner, who is a little bit younger, so perhaps that's a falsitude.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure he did.
I think he was using a ball of store-bought wheat and a bobber.
Surprised the wrecking crew over there is not catching more fish. They had a couple right when we got here.
Yeah.
So this lure's not coming up right now. I'm actually getting a bunch of little tiny hits, but nobody's like taking it. Okay, we'll try out the next spot.
There is a way to get B-roll. Yeah. Oh, this is a stream.
Yep, that's the outlet.
This is going out. Okay. This must be the overflow because we got a lot of rain.
Yeah. And the wrecking crew over there. I'm so shocked they haven't caught anything.
Yeah. Especially since how much was caught before we showed up
Yeah.
with the camera.
There's this nice little brush pile on the lake here. Or pond. Were you joking about the wheat, the dough ball there for that bass?
Yeah.
Oh. Wouldn't surprise me. Well, I see he's got catfish rigs all over the place here, so I figured it might be doing some dough ball action.
That's the kind of fishing that I do.
Because you can eat the bait too.
Yeah. Some of those frogs.
So many of them.
Yeah. Oh, you got something biting on it.
Yeah, look at that.
Yep.
I'm so shocked at those bass that we were catching earlier.
Yeah.
Coming after this, especially with all the frogs that ate something off the surface. See that?
There we go. Oh. Oh.
There we go. No, get on this side of the tree. There's one of those little basses we just talked about. There he is. There he is. That's the perfect size for this travel rod right here. All right. Thank you, little guy. Look, you got yourself a nice sunfish on a little beetle spin, huh? Good stuff. Got a new species here. We got our little crappie action. So, beautiful fish, huh? Let's let him go. Thank you, sir. Get a video of the wrecking crew.
See 3 of them.
Did we lose a boy? Should we take attendance?
Yeah.
Look at him go, though. Okay, regular viewers, so we are back from our vacation with the Dirty Bench, and it is for the final review of the Penn rods. Let me start with this guy right here. You didn't see a lot of this one being used in the video. In fact, you saw 0.0% of this being used in the video, and there is a easy explanation for that. This is garbage. It was unusable. The reel is for, like, if you just wanted to go ice fishing or something, or drop it off a dock, you can do that. This is a direct drive reel, and so there's no way to cast it. If you tried to cast it, the whole spool turns backwards. Not just the spool, I'm sorry. Of course, the whole spool turns backwards, guy. The handle turns backwards as you try to cast it, and you lose, like, all your momentum trying to cast it. So this was supposed to stop the spool here, you know, so like you could sort of do a cast, but the concept, there's just not enough going on here. But if you want to go ice fishing and you just, you know, some jerk sitting over a hole, you know, waiting to wait for a jerk on the other end of the line, you know, I did this many years, by the way. What happened? We squished this or something, I guess?
No idea.
Weird.
We didn't get it.
Okay. But anyway, yeah. Ice fishing to me was less than entertaining. It just seemed really cold. But anyway, this would work for that. So, you know, because you can set the hook and you can just reel them straight in like that. You know, you can pull your line out, you know, of the reel and use it like ice fishing, like I said. Or if you're just fishing off a dock, you know, where they have a fish feeder or something and you're dropping it like straight down, you know, you can do that. Anyway, don't waste your time or money with this little guy here. This will just go on the shelf as a memory. But the rod is viable, and we're going to get another miniature reel for it because this setup, and this is why it's called the Penn reel, or Penn rod, by the way. Nothing to do with Penn Fishing Company, but because they look like pens, you know, like really big pens.
So I could get mixed up, and I'm going to try to write on it, and I say, oh, that's no pen.
That's a rod. Okay. Thank you for that. So, this little reel, junk, but it worked. It caught the fish that we wanted to catch. It's very cheap, but, you know, you can, if you break it or destroy it or lose it, you can replace it for probably around $10. I saw a whole bunch of versions of ultralight reels on Amazon. In fact, we bought one for you. If you want to go get that, if I was prepared, I would have been ready for one of his ultralight rods. This one is even smaller, as you can see right here by the way that it is, than this guy. And this one works. He's caught a whole bunch of little sunfish and little bass and crappie on it, and that little panfishy stuff. So, you know, hey, look, it even matches. So next time we go traveling, we'll take this reel with us and that rod right there. But yeah, if you just wanted to, here, take this away. If you wanted to just, you know, have something that you can stow in your wife's purse when she's not looking, and, you know, take out and fish a little tiny creek or something, or off a dock or someplace you wouldn't normally have access to when you're on vacation, rather than just sitting around watching everybody else, you know, do what vacationers do. This is an option for you for sure. Whilst we were there, we purchased fishing line. It comes with fishing line, but it was garbage, so I replaced it with Stren's 4-pound test monofilament here. It's what I've always used on my ultralight stuff, It did the job. It's 4-pound test, so be ready for that. So I bought some really cheap lures here. I bought this. I think this was $3 for this this little trout hard bait kit. And I wanted these little, twitching baits, little tiny crankbaits. But the other reason I bought this was because I didn't have a tackle box where I was going, and I wanted to have a little tackle box with me. And boy howdy, isn't this just a little tackle box. So I open it up, and there's our stuff, right? And I put in these lures here. These were little chatterbaits that I bought. These were pretty cool, actually. They work very well. I caught a bunch of little bass and sunfish on them. They cast really well on this tiny rod. This was probably the neatest little panfish bait I've ever used. I love chatterbaits, as anybody who watches the channel knows. And I was kind of nervous to see if these little tiny ones would actually chatter, but they chattered like crazy. So that was cool. The hookup ratio wasn't so hot as you saw, but I think that's just because the fish were so small on there, and the hook is pretty delicate on it too. So it doesn't have. It's got a barb, but it's not like super huge. But anyway, if I could open this up again. But this little box here made a great little temporary tackle box. It shuts. It stays shut pretty well. And, it fit in my pocket, unlike a Walk-It, and it worked just fine. So, yeah, we're going to use these again. We're going on vacation here in a month or so. We're going to go on another little trip, rather. And we'll bring this stuff along because it's quick, dirty, and cheap and an easy way to go fishing on vacation. So, all in all, for the money, don't waste your money on this guy unless you want something to just go, dock fishing with or ice fishing with. Because you can't cast it at all. At least I couldn't. This reel is cheap, but it works. And these pen rods are real nice how they fold up like this. And I thought they were fine. People said they had problems with them opening up and breaking down. They worked fine for me. Again, I put 4-pound test Stren monofilament on my little reel. And I have my little box of little lures right there. So all in all, a very good vacation package if you're not intending on going somewhere really fishing. So I'm going to keep using it, and it actually inspired me. I want to try to come up with, I got an idea, won't get into it too much here, but just spitballing. I got an idea for like a handheld fly rod setup that I'm going to experiment with. If it works, I'll try to make a video. If not, then you'll never hear about this again. All right, thank you so much for tuning in this week. We'd love to see the pictures of what you're catching, what you're working on, the lures you're making. If you'd like to send us any of that stuff, please send it to our magically appearing email address. That was the youngest regular assistant knocking tools off the bench. But our email address right here at
regularlures@gmail.com.
Thank you very much. And please leave a comment or ask us a question. We'd love it if you subscribed or gave it a like. All right? Other than that, you stay regular.
Forget.
Hey, what are you kids doing?